I also have two questions for Mike as well. So from a producer's perspective, what is the ultimate goal when you approach a project? Is it getting the movie out or making the most money out of the movie? The second or the follow-up question is, when you work with a director, and obviously, you pick the director from the beginning. If the director has a bit of a different vision about the movie than what you have, which vision do you end up going with?
All right, so to answer the second question first, how big is the director?
Well,
how big is the producer?
Okay.
Is it more of a selling point to have the director direct this film? Or is it more of a selling point that, it's all optics, right? Is it more of a selling point that his direction, his creative vision didn't match the entire production? Because you're talking about spending millions and millions of dollars. Would you lend your car to your friend who's only just started learning to drive?
Most likely not. Yeah.
All right. And if you're in the passenger seat and your friend who was previously known to drive quite well, but today he's being a fucking hoon, are you going to tell him to get out of the driver's seat even though he's the one who knows where to go?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're steering a vehicle that's worth $500 to $500 million and the person who is driving doesn't seem to know what they're doing, or doesn't seem to be doing a good job, or doesn't seem to be getting you in the direction that needs to be going, is it wrong to tell that person to get out of the to get out of the driver's seat?
Like, you would tell that person to get out of the driver's seat as soon as possible.
Yeah. You want to limit the damage.
Yeah.
Or whatever, you're hoping to get out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sympathetic to any director who has lost a position as a director, because that's a fucking rough one. But also, as someone, not replacing a director or anything, but as someone who has made rough calls that have definitely impacted the set, hopefully for the better. Yeah, no, sometimes you just need to make calls in order for there to be a product at the end. And so a lot of people view producers as and yes, some of us are. But the mindset that's required is we're the guardian of this whole project. This whole project is as like the entirety of our purview. Our job is to get it from concept through development, through pre-production, production, post-production, distribution, marketing, all of these things without anything going particularly wrong. Things will go wrong and things will need to be patched up, and that's another thing that the producers do. Ethics of production interference, replacing directors, all that jazz. The problem is there isn't one right answer.
No.
Everything does need to be looked at by a case-by-case basis. And there are times where the production team probably is in the wrong. There are times when the director is in the wrong. There are times when there's just been miscommunication, which also shouldn't be happening, which means there's probably some sort of further issues. But replacing anyone on set, and especially replacing a key figure, that's a big deal. And so that wouldn't be undergone unless not doing it would be an even bigger deal. And then the first question, that was...
The end goal for a producer.
End goal for a producer. The end goal for a producer 9 times out of 10 is to be given the money next time.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So it's not about whether this one makes money or this one doesn't make money, or whether this one is critically, commercially successful. What it is usually about is, was this done well? What wasn't done well here? If this piece didn't reach the audience it was intending to reach, why didn't it do that? And so something which is very important to producers, and often, unfortunately, less important to other people, is the production Bible, which is literally the assembly of every single document, every single mood board, every single test shoot, some still frames, the script itself, the director's write-ups, every single thing that goes into filmmaking gets put into the production Bible. And so whether or not it's commercially or on message successful, I think something that a lot of producers really care about is that their own work was good.
Okay, yeah.
And that they themselves are still marketable, or are even more marketable next time. And yes, if we're being honest, being on message and being critically, commercially successful, those things are brilliant.
I was going to say
those things will get you a long portion of the way to being given more money next time, but they aren't the only things that matter.
Yeah, it sounds to me like you are building an invisible portfolio. You know, like whenever you go to a job interview, like for example, if you are a designer, you show them these are all the work that I have done. You know, like, this is a campaign that wasn't very successful, but my role on that campaign was making all the visuals that people seem to like the visual, things like that. Or you know, like an actor, you know, or an actress, they said this in the interviews, like even though that movie didn't perform well at the box office, but I got a lot of praises for my performances in the movie. So to me, it seems very similar to that.
That is the end of the episode. Let us know what you think about the conversation in the comment section below and smash that like button.
Ring the bell and subscribe as well, and you better be back next time.
And we will see you in the next episode.